Hey there, hang out with me as the Columbus Blue Jackets take on our Montreal Canadiens. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Thanks for joining me. So Montreal Canadiens are at home tonight after a 4-game road trip, and I think they were on the road for like 6 out of the last 7, something like that. So they're at home to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Sean Monahan making his return back to Montreal. Before the game starts, they're going to be doing, now I don't know if we'll see it, but a tribute to Shea Weber, who has been inducted into the Hall of Fame and will be part of the honor circle around the Bell Center. Let's see what else I got. I don't got much. That's why I'm doing this right now like this. Monahan, it's his first time playing Montreal since the trade to Winnipeg. And the Jackets are on the second game of back-to-back games. All right, I also have this before I see who's here. Guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either team, you would win. And you got to be the first one in the chat with that guess and from Canada. And if you are, you would win the $10 cash prize directly into your bank account via Interac. All right, so that's all I got. I got some other stats, but we'll see who's here right now. Let me give you my guess for the guess score contest. I have it 4-3 Montreal, and I'm giving the first goal to Kirby Dach. Kirby Dach, he kind of needs one. He's due for one, so there you go. And it's funny because the first two guys, Cole's not on that line anymore. I was going to make a joke, but forget it. Hey, Guru, how's it going, Guru? Let's see. 4-2 Habs. Suzuki first goal. Doug's got 4-2 Habs. Cole first goal. BL's got 3-2 Habs, and whoever Mark Tardif is supposed to represent. I have no idea his system for this. So let me know who that is there, BL. Joe from the future, 4-3 Habs. Caulfield first goal. Wonderful. And what a wonderful day, he says. Let's all celebrate. Okay. Gallagher's hurt. I'm not. No, he's not hurt. He took a therapy day. That's all it was. That's what I read. So I don't think he's hurt. I thought I just saw him going out on the ice. He'll still score from the bench, press box, hotel room. 7-5 Habs. Cole. Oh, you giving it to Cole anyway? All right, Cole with the first goal. Hey there, Lucas. BL says, not going to lie, going to be flipping back and forth to watch McDavid against the Leafs. I will not be doing this. Elliot, hey, Elliot. Caulfield scoring his 13th versus the Jackets tonight. I don't think it's confirmed, and I don't like to do that personally because I don't want to jinx it. So just saying it is enough for me. Gislain, 4-3 Habs. Monahan. You know, as I started reading them, I thought of that. Somebody should pick Monahan for the first goal. Lucas has 4-1 Montreal. Cole with the first goal. BL says Newhook with the first goal. Mark Tardif has been a healthy scratch for many, many, many years. They're doing a tribute here now to Shea Webb. No, what is this they're doing then? No, we don't love Gretzky anymore. No, we don't. We really don't. Oh, I thought they were doing a tribute to Shea Weber already. Mark Tardif wore number 11. Did he wear number 11? Did not know that. So, but I don't think Gallagher. Jesus, can it get any worse? They got to be showing Gretzky now. I don't think Gallagher's hurt though. Okay, we're playing. Why aren't they showing where the Habs? They did a commercial I saw for Sportsnet. No Habs. All kinds of other teams. No Habs. Sportsnet. Let's see. I did see Paul versus Tyson this afternoon, actually. Was, yeah, very disappointing. Very disappointing. And yeah, I think from now on, when I see something like that, yeah, I'm not going to partake in any of that. But I saw it. I didn't see it last night because it was on Netflix, and our Netflix, if you two people are using it, third can't get in. I was the third last night, so I didn't get in there. But it's okay. In the end, glad, because I just looked online and it's shit, Jake Paul beat him. But by decision, you know what though? I'll give you this. By decision, he that means Tyson went the 8 rounds. He didn't really look good after 2. But he stayed in there for 8 rounds. So at 58 years old against a 27-year-old, that's a big accomplishment. So I'll give him that. Oh, he said he's not done, though, Tyson. So maybe there'll be another one. So who is the older person here? Who's the Paul? Paul's the older. Paul Duffy. He is a little bit older than me. I remember Mark Tardif mostly though from the Nordiques. I don't really remember when he was here. I remember him as a Nordique though. You're basically 9, 10 old. Nintendo old? Oh, Nintendo. Okay, I get it. Montreal 9. Huzu, by the way. Montreal 9-1. Monty first goal in a penalty shot. Monty's getting the start, by the way, which I was sure this would have been a perfect spot to start Primo. So that either you kind of got to figure they don't have much confidence in Primo right now. Aki 4-2 Habs slap first goal. Phil says if Huzu wins, he wants to add visit to Montreal accommodations on my couch, unlimited beer. Well, there you go. What an invite. Derek, think Tyson was not allowed to throw. He threw 97 punches. 97, that's a few. There's a lot of talk that it was rigged or fixed in the contract or whatever. All right, before I read more, I'm going to get to what I've got. I don't have a lot. It's not a whole list of stuff anymore. So the refs tonight are Riley Brace in his 5th ever game, and John McIsaac. He's the experienced one. It's not bad. I mean, it's Montreal probably favorable here to the refs, so this should be okay. We'll see. Home and away, Montreal is home and Columbus is away. They are 1-7 on the road. Montreal 3-5 at home. Bottom 10, both teams are in the bottom 10. From the top to the bottom, Flyers, Red Wings, Blues, Penguins, Jackets, Ducks, Blackhawks, Predators, Sharks, and last but not least, the Montreal Canadiens. Team stats, power plays, Columbus 18.6%, Montreal 22%. Penalty kill, 80.9% for the Jackets, 79.7% for Montreal. So slowly coming down. They got to get that number up again. Face-off percentage, 50.4% for the Jackets, 47.8% for Montreal. Goals for per game, 3.25 for the Jackets, 2.71 for Montreal. And goals against, 3.50 for the Jackets and 4.06 for Montreal. So actually, if you look at these numbers, leans towards Columbus. Goalies tonight are Daniel Tarasov for Columbus, 3-1, 3.89 goals against and an .865 save percentage. And Sam Montembeault for Montreal, 4-8-1, 3.29 goals against, .893 save percentage, and a shutout. So honestly, I don't know. Is that an advantage for us or for them? I don't know. It's hard to say how Monty even is going to play, right? Columbus Lines, Montembeault. Monahan centering line one with Voronkov and Marchenko. Fantilli with Sillinger and Chinikov. Danforth and Pifia with Danforth, Pifia, and Olivier. Pifia sounds like we're like in Gladiator or something. Corelli with Aston Reese and LeBanc. That's line four. Werenski and Fabro, Provorov and Severson, Christensen and Jordan Harris. Ex-Hab Jordan Harris. We'll see him in another uniform, first time. And Tarasov and that's Merzlikins. Elvis is in the building, but sitting on the bench. For the Habs, no changes except Justin Barron in for Jaden Struble. And I believe that's the only change. So that's it. Same lineup as before. Suzuki, Slav, Doc, Evans, Caulfield, Newhook, Dvorak, Anderson, Gallagher, Condata, Heineman, Armia, Matheson, Gooley playing on the right again, it looks like, but we'll see. Hudson, Savard, Jacky, Barron, and Monty starting, Primo backing him up. That is it. That is all. I do know Raphael Harvey-Pinard's getting a little closer. I think they'll send him to Laval to get some conditioning. They're doing the Shea Weber thing now. You can take a look at it. How we doing there? I don't have any sound on, so. By the way, I'm watching it on City TV in Canada, right across Canada. Yeah, I get it early. I'm definitely not going to pick up a virus from watching it on TV. Just think back to when Shea Weber was here. It's like almost a completely different team. I mean, who's still here from that? Caulfield and Suzuki. I can't think of it. Gallagher. Evans. Pizzetta probably, but I'm not sure. That's about it, right? I mean, it's a completely different team. Crazy. Oh, by the way, I've been sitting here looking at my stats. Let's get to you guys while we run through this. Let me just find where I was. Dang, there's a lot. I heard 97 punches Tyson threw. I watched it this afternoon, and I'm sure at the end they said 97 punches. You remember who? Weber? I will hope so. It's just a few years ago. Tyson, it was sad a bit, but I mean, listen, he's 58. The sad part really was watching him walk back to the corner after the bell rang. That was sad. Anyway, listen, it was what it was. I guess I bought into the hype for Tyson, and I was disappointed that he didn't mop the floor with Jake Paul. But you can, after watching the fight, you can see, yeah, he was never going to do that. Hey, Joe, good to hear that. Sorry I didn't ask you about that. I'm sorry. I had a kind of crazy day. But good to hear you're feeling a little better. It's good. Remember when we talked about Price like we do about Monty and Primo? Yeah, okay. You were young, though. No, you weren't that young. I do too. Halak was here at that time. Yep. Hey, Paul. Derek says absolutely fixed. I mean, I don't know. He's 58, you know. Considering he stayed in the ring 8 rounds with a 27-year-old guy, that's pretty damn good, you know, when you think about that. I wouldn't have lasted 10 seconds, I think. First punch, I'm down. Tardif played from 69 to 73. I should remember him a little bit. I really don't. As a Hab. Only as a Nordique. Mark Tardif was one of the players that the Habs chose with that special when they could pick the Quebec players first. I believe Mark Tardif was one of those players that they used that on. Lucas, I guess so. At the end, you know, whatever it was, it's fine. It wasn't what I thought it would be. It's a bit on me. Thing is, if you saw him training for this fight, he looked a lot better than that in training. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. But it's not the same. You know, training for the fight's not the same as being against somebody else. I played Pong as I guess I was about 10 years. That's how years old I am. I played Pong as a kid. And I was like, oh wow, it's a video game. Pong. So yeah, that's how old I am. Scroll. I still didn't see it, Guru. I still did not see the Jacob Fowler punch. Apparently, he punched somebody because he was pissed last night. If it was fixed, they should have made it more entertaining because it really wasn't very entertaining. I think for Jake Paul, I mean, he's 27. He just fought a 58-year-old man. He should have taken him out in a couple of rounds. And I'll tell you this: if that was a 27-year-old Mike Tyson, Jake Paul would have been on the canvas in about 30 seconds. That's about all Jake Paul would have lasted. Derek says 4-2 Habs Gallagher. Aki, you're also Pong years old? Yep. I remember when we got that. That was so much fun. And then we got an Atari, which was even better. Well, Joe, that's like embrace it, right? Embrace it. That's what we got to do here instead. Well, you know, I might read this in the intermission. I've done a poem. I'm going to do a video. It's also up on the websites. I'll probably read it for you guys in the first intermission. It's about that, pretty much. It's just a one page. It's not very long. Paul says 3-1 Montreal. Suzuki getting the first goal. And Paul's got to get his compulsory. Laval bring Roy up. You were right, Paul. Yeah, 2-minute rounds that did save him. He would have only been able to go about 5 otherwise. Why are you guys listing all oh, you're listing who was here. What, in 2021? Gooley wasn't here. Was he? No, Gooley wasn't here. Oh, I forgot. I forgot Armia. I don't think Anderson was here in 2021. He was here the next year, wasn't he? But maybe I'm wrong. No, he was here. He was here. So Anderson too. Yeah, it was Andy's first year, if I'm correct. Paul Shea's getting. Yeah, he's getting in the Circle of Honor because he is in the Hall of Fame. We're underway. I don't know what number Jordan Harris is wearing over there with Columbus. I don't know. Well, I guess they're going to show us the numbers. Number 22. Jordan Harris is wearing number 22. Oh boy, I'm gonna scroll down, okay? So I'm at the bottom now. We have fun. What are funnel webs, Joe? Oh, something there? No. Anyways, is that oh, it was Evans. Okay. I thought it was Dvorak there. 2 minutes in. Funnel web spider. Oh yeah, forget it. I don't need that. Don't need to know. Don't need to know. No pregame skate for Savard today. And Gallagher. Nope. Maybe even the whole team. No? Did they practice today? I'm not sure if they did. Oh, they're already on power play, Columbus. So I don't know why. I have the sound really low. I'm going to just raise it one notch to see if I can hear something. Shorthanded chance here. Slav with a wraparound try. I don't know what number Monahan's wearing there. Probably still 91, I guess. Ooh, breakaway. Devo? Ooh, penalty coming up to Columbus. Maybe that was Evans. I don't know what it was, though. Oh, it was a trip on Evans. Excuse me. Wasn't it? That was Dvorak with the wraparound? I thought it was Slav. I'm not having a good night, I don't think. I don't know what the hell's wrong. So Severson slashing. So they're 4-on-4 for 17 seconds. They don't need to tank, Brad. They don't need to. They're going to do bad enough without tanking. So. Oh, bad. Scores. Matheson gets the first goal on the power play. Assist from Caulfield and I don't know who else. So 1-0 Montreal. 5 minutes in. Good job screening that by Slav. Slav definitely screened that big time. You are done. Why are you done? Paul, why are you done, man? So much for, oh, that's it. Tank's over. They scored a goal. One goal that ruined everything. They're not tanking, Brad. Huzu, there are animals right here in Montreal that can kill a human being, and they're called human beings. Oh, Jackets slashing, another penalty. So Montreal goes on the power play once again. When it happened, I don't know. I guess they were playing when we were on commercial break. Because I didn't see any penalties. Well, let's put up another one, just like the other one. Suzuki should have shot that puck. Suzuki should have taken that shot instead of making that pass, I think. It's Arbor's fault, the other guy. Just like it's probably Justin Trudeau's fault. Damn it. Heineman, he whiffed on a one-timer. That would have gone in. He had a partially open net there. Power play over. So 8 minutes into this first period, the shots are 6-3 for Montreal, 1-0 Montreal. And if this trend continues how it's playing, Montreal definitely, I mean, they're dominating at this point. I think, anyway. Not crazy dominating, but I mean, they're the better team. Be a great time. Pop in as many goals as you can, and hopefully it's not just one. Power plays will do that. There, you're right. Okay, I'll give you that. But they had a power play too. Maybe two of them as well. Are you a bisexual AI thing there? AI bi? Is that what that is? I bi. Or is it Albie? Salem, Oregon loves the Canadians. Welcome in, Steve Turpin. Is this true, really? We love the Canadians too. Your name, what is it? Is that Albi? 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 I was going to call you Al. What's up, Al? Welcome to the channel, both of you guys. I'm not sure, Al, I might have seen you in here before. But I don't think I've seen Steve before, but welcome to the channel. Good start to the game for Montreal. Kind of expected it. Although I think this might get, how do I want to put that? I've got it 4-3 Montreal as the outcome. I think it might be a closer game than it looks like right now. But Columbus is on second game back-to-back games. So they may tire in the third a bit. We'll see. Well, Al, I'm not really showing the game. You're welcome. This is a place where you hang out with either me or my co-host. It's usually one. It's either usually me or both of us. And yeah, we just talk about the game and shit like that. Hang out with friends. Okay, that's BC Richard. What do you have an issue with? Being 70, I'm not sure I will see them win another cup. I get that. I'm 62. I don't know if I'll see them win another cup, but yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Hell, I'm at that point where I'm seeing these guys, and I'm sure you're feeling the same way. You go like, yeah, I'm never gonna see the end of their careers, you know, like that kind of thing. It's like, ah, crap. I'm getting to that point. What does that mean, Joe? TV played up. Paul, you're going to be living to 100. Listen, all the best. Derek knows what I'm talking about. Put Doc back at center, but people were clamoring. Keep him at right wing. Now you want him back at center. Like, really? Make up your mind. You don't like Evans as second line center? Really? Why would that be? Good save there by Monty. More positioning than save, but Steve, then you are 1 year older than me or less, because I'm born in 63. We need a real coach? No, Al, we got a real coach. Coaching's not the issue. Rebuild is the issue. And I'm going to give you my opinion on that in the first intermission when I read my latest poem about the Habs. And Richard, love the 70s and the 80s, especially compared to today, right? You could say, well, the technology and all that. Fuck the technology. It was way better back then. Overall. Evans, not a fourth line center, but I mean, he's a third line center that, you can move him up for short periods of time. But he's a third line center. I think he can be a fine third line center. But definitely a third or fourth line center. I mean, that's fine. Is that what you meant? Okay, I got you. You're 65 in January, and I'm 62 in February. I kind of work on the internet, right? Doing this, so my tech is getting better, but yeah, I'm not really great at tech stuff. So yeah, but I mean, we got a lot. Like, I don't know how I would go back now, but it was just a much better time to be alive back then, in my opinion. For some things, not for others. I mean, definitely. The Canadians need to bring up Jacob Fowler, and they're going to bring him up from where? Where you wanted to bring him up from? Yeah, they have too much tech. I get that point too. Well, I know. First, I want to know where you're bringing Fowler up from. How you bringing Fowler up? Let me know. Phil, you're not 60. You're 40. Yeah, you're 72, 73 when you're born. I should look at the screen and watch the game a little bit too, eh? Still waiting to hear how you how you gonna bring Fowler up. Someone tell me how. There's a reason why nobody's saying how. Did he get suspended for it, Phil? From what I understand, the guy that ran him deserved it, so it's okay. I'm fine with that. How's he a Pee Wee coach? 3.5 years coaching in the. It's like 4 years now coaching in the NHL. 3.5. How does that make you a Pee Wee coach? You read too many articles, and you don't think critically. If you believe that, you just read too many headlines. You don't think critically. Marty St. Louis going nowhere. He's not getting fired, and we do not need a new coach. We may need like a bench coach, an experienced one to back him up, teach him when he makes a mistake, and he does make mistakes here and there for sure. And they're not replacing him. Well, a sequence here by Columbus with some pressure. Well, Montreal gets it out. Last I checked, by the way, Monty's a goalie. They signed him to a goalie contract. Okay, where am I? This is jumping too fast. Try one of the Laval goalies. They might do that. Dobish might get a call up. So what, you want us to have a Wayne Gretzky or a Maurice Richard now? Really? Okay. I don't know. He's a real coach because he's coaching in the NHL. That makes him a real coach. I think you got to wake up, dude, not me. That could have been a call there. But there was none. Good save, Monty, there. I don't know. He looked like a goalie there. Joe, I'd be good with that. They hired an experienced guy to be a bench coach and help him out. I have no problem with that. Well, one game's nothing. He probably needs a break anyway, a little bit of a rest. I believe I'll see another cup in Montreal. I do. Phil's including himself in us old guys. He's like 40 something. He's not old. Are they saying 2019 Stanley Cup final on TV, Brad? Because they're idiots. That's why. They're idiots. I don't know what else to say. It's Sportsnet. What do you expect? Habs on the power play. Come on, guys. Let's get another power play goal because we got one already. So let's get a second. Come on, boys. Steve, I'm asking you this question. How would you go about bringing Jacob Fowler up this season? You tell me how it happens, and then we'll go from there. But tell me, how do they do it? If you're going to complain about them not doing it, Tell me how they would do it. Come on, boys, let's get something. Doesn't have that crispness to it, the power play today. Well, they scored a goal, but that power play goal was a bit lucky. A couple bounces went their way off skates. Caulfield with a chance there, hits the post, though. From low in his office. Come on, Cole, fire. He didn't really have much to shoot out, to be honest. Yeah, it's going to get killed off. Paul, don't spoil it. Joe, I'm going to say 3. Within 3, we're going to be in the playoffs. When do they win a cup? It's hard to tell, but I mean, it's hard to predict that. But I think playoffs, they'll be there in 3 years. I was hoping next year, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be year 5. And it might be year 6. But I don't think it'll be year 7. I think they'll make it before year 7 of the rebuild. You know something I'm noticing? Haven't seen Galley out there. So Galley, is that him? No. So is Galley playing? Maybe he's not. So, in other words, what you guys are saying out there, 2 people out there saying, I am unwatchable, but you're here watching me. And you go, I wasn't talking about you. I'm English. And you just said the English. Well, Steve Turbin, you don't know how things work. He's in college. He cannot leave and come up till the college season is over. He could then leave and become a professional. They cannot call him up, even if they own his rights. They don't call up college players. It's not a possibility. So I just wanted you to explain it to me how they're going to do this. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Galley is out. I didn't realize it. I thought I saw him coming out onto the ice. Born to be Ab, you got that right. Even Fowler right now is not going to fix it, and he's not. He can't be called up. Jacob Fowler, at the very earliest, if he would leave college, we may get him in a game or 2 at the end of the season. Phil, unwatchable, eh, Phil? So, wait, who took? Are we saying that Galley's in the game? I haven't seen him yet. But would help if I looked at it, and there he is. He's on the ice. So there you go. Galley's in the game. That's the first I saw him this game. Well, we're getting down to 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Shots are 15-10. Montreal leads that, and they lead the game 1-0. I agree with you, though, you guys. The Englishmen on Sportsnet are unwatchable. Steve, he's in college. College is amateur. He has to become a professional before he could be called up from anywhere. You know what they say? You learn something new every day. Fowler, anyway, from what he's been saying lately, I think Fowler stays another year in college after this. So Fowler, you got to look at maybe in two seasons after this. I notice Jaden Strubl's out there. He's supposed to be a healthy scratch. What's he doing out there? And I haven't seen Barron, so maybe Barron didn't get the start of this game. No, he's not in this. Is Barron in this game? You're waiting for the next Ken Dryden? Really? So what? A stand-up goalie? You think Savard is out? Okay, that makes sense then. Because I haven't seen Savard either, so. And I think I just saw Barron out there, so there you go. Minute left in the first. Phil, who remains barely acknowledged? Joe, good point. Joe says you can call up Fowler, but you have to have his cell number to do it. $22 seconds left in the first. Ooh, that was close, Hudson. Just as the time ran out. Okay, but how are you going to get another Ken Dryden? Ken Dryden was also a stand-up goalie. I love Ken Dryden. Grew up with him as the goalie, believe me. But, another Ken Dryden is just a stand-up goalie. Not going to do well in this NHL. See, Pierre Hood, the best announcer in the last 50 years easily, and he's much more. If you're saying he doesn't get the acknowledgement you think he should get, it's because he's doing hockey in French. In French. You realize that. So that's in Quebec. And in Quebec, he wins awards. He's getting the acknowledgement that he should get. Harvey Pinard is close to returning, but I think he's going to go to Laval for conditioning. I would think he's been out a while, so. It's a transsexual puck. Who's so either one. Who cares what his pronouns are? Did anybody ever ask the puck what his pronouns or her pronouns are? Maybe it's they, them. Joe, Luthier Elabu, he shoots, he scores. Yeah, Hudson's going to get a goal one of these days. Conservative lawyer, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Well, Aiken, there's a pretty good acknowledgement, isn't that? You didn't find a pole nor a hole on a puck. What are you talking about? I'm lost on that one, Huzu. I won't like this. No one will like Aiken. There's a lot I don't like. There's a lot I like. All right. We'll see if you guys like this. I'm going to read my poem now. And the funny thing is, it's called Imagine This Team When Jacob Fowler Gets Here. Okay. Our Habs are last. Our hearts be stilled. Why can't some Habs fans get through a rebuild? For 28 years, management was scared. The fans will overreact, so they never dared. So here we are, not even 3 years in, and the fans accuse management of committing a sin. It's been over 2 years. The team still isn't good. Do some research. Maybe if you understood. A rebuild is a minimum 5 years to wait. And it goes by so much quicker without all the hate. Support our young lads as they work and get better. As a fan, I'm loyal to the logo on the sweater. There is so much promise here these boys will fulfill. The future is bright. And with that, it's still a few years away to make the postseason. There's no excuse for the hate. There just isn't a reason. What's needed is calm with some patience thrown in. And no, this management has committed no sin. So try to enjoy the rebuild. Hey, have a beer. And imagine this team when Jacob Fowler gets here. Then we'll be ready to make the big show. Then we'll be ready to really give it a go. The team will be ready. It all will add up. We'll finally see them win their 25th Stanley Cup. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Imagine this Hab team when Demidov gets here. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit better for sure, without a doubt. It's going to be a big thing, believe me. But We're not going to be complete till the goaltending is taken care of, too. Thanks, Guru. I mean, anyways, I just think you guys need some of you guys need a little bit of patience and realize that it's a rebuild. Thanks, Joe. I'm gonna try tomorrow, Sunday. I'm gonna try to make that into a video. I've done the voiceover, so it's only like a minute 20 seconds, but I'm doing it more for a trailer, so when you get in early, you see a video. They all have to be under 3 minutes for that. So I don't have a lot of that, and I haven't done a lot of videos lately. So Joe says I should be in the Hallmark Hall of Fame. Now I wouldn't want to make write greeting cards. That's like, no, that's not for me. Steve, I mean, I like Monty. Primo's got some work, but these guys are just placeholders until Dobish is ready. Fowler, there's a Russian kid that has a lot of promise. Till those guys are ready, I don't disagree with that. I just think Monty's not a bad goalie. His defense in front of him's not great. But to say, I mean, that he's not even. I mean, he's an NHL goalie. He's not a number one goalie on every team in the league, though. That's for sure. I mean, Derek, they're in the middle of putting the right pieces in place. That's what the rebuild's about. Finding the right pieces, getting them in place, but also getting these guys experience and, developing them. Aiken, what? You my boss? I'll tell you what. You invest in the channel, I give you that information. Are you their lawyers or something? There's my lawyer. He agrees with me. Monty has never had good defense in front of him. I mean, that's just the truth, right? I mean, I'm not saying he's a god or anything, but I think he's a good solid NHL goalie. Oh, geez, a lot of people left. Did I say anything bad? The Leafs actually have a pretty good goalie in Stolars. Joe, I think that experience D is coming, but they're here already. They're gaining the experience. What I have no idea about Savard Joseph. Didn't even know at first that he wasn't in the game, so I don't know right now at this point why he's out. You're saying we need more defensive defensemen? Is that what you're saying, Joe? No, you know what though? I think their balance isn't that bad because they kind of have that on each pairing. one offensive defenseman, one more defensive defenseman. I think going forward in the NHL, you're going to see more D that are two-way, and you're not going to have that specialty of offense and defense. You're going to have more two-way defensemen, good at both ends. Savard must have been a game time decision. Social media saying he might be traded, is that it? Yeah, but social media isn't, you're gonna get a lot of speculation there of what's going on, right? So he's probably injured. It was probably a game time decision, and they decided that he wasn't going to play. Derek, yeah, they still have. Listen, it's a young D. They still got a lot to learn. But these are good defensive prospects. These are good young defensemen. The only way they're going to learn and get better is to play. And if you're constantly getting them in, giving them a couple years, and moving them out because they didn't get there yet, and bringing in younger guys, you're never going to get anywhere. Anyways, I don't think the management cares about that. They have a plan, and they're not going to deviate from that plan. And it's not, I didn't say they don't care about fans, but they're not going to listen to all the armchair quarterbacks, with their opinions. And, I think those guys that run the team know a lot more than I do about these things. Stay the course. Stick to the plan. Hughes just came out and said it too, right? He thinks that, how is it that he worded it? That it was worded. Hang on, give me a second to think this. Something about the short-term gain of making a deal right now, whatever, is not where they want to go. They believe that a little short-term pain will bring long-term gain for longer. I agree with that, right? And a rebuild, if the Habs rebuild was done after this year, it would have been the fastest rebuild, I believe, on record, right? A rebuild, not a retool or a reset. So what are you going to do? We got to stick it out. So what's the score? 1-0 Montreal. The Habs aren't that injured, Guru. There's hardly any injuries right now. They've just got two, actually. Harvey Pinard and Laine. It's not that there's a lot of bad teams. I think, Aiken, more that there's a lot of parity in the league right now. I think that's a better way to say it. Or, there's some bad teams in the league, of course. And Aiken, the guy that started that and mostly built that New York team, is here doing that, hopefully for Montreal. Aiken, sometimes, right, you got to get to the playoffs, and it might take a couple of years till, you get it right. I'm not happy that this year turned out not how we thought it would be. But it doesn't mean I'm going to fight about it or rage against it. It's a rebuild, and if you research it, which somebody did, teams in a 5-year rebuild plan, almost down to a team, like through. I don't know how far back he went. Guy went back a little bit. Maybe with one or two exceptions, third year is a regression year. You regress. So that's what they're doing, and that's it. They regressed a little bit. As long as that's how it seems to be, it's almost like a science. If it's like that, then I'm not upset. They're where they should. They're where they should be. Kind of says that they're like on track for the rebuild. That's how I see it. I'm not gonna rage against it. That's for sure. Looks like the Penguins are tanking. It's not tanking. The Penguins are old, man. They're old and they got Dubas running the show. Also, I want to say that I don't think the coach there, Sullivan, I think he's been there a little too long, and I don't know that they're listening, but they're not. They're not. When you have Sidney Crosby and Malkin, you're not tanking. Crosby would be definitely loudly asking to be traded if they were tanking. It's an old team. That's it. Pittsburgh's an old team, and they're going to struggle to make the playoffs. And I doubt they make it. JFed, you see, I don't see that because again, when you say that Letowski's a bench coach, so that's fine. But like for Robidoux, right? It's not a question of if he was a better coach, they'd be winning because the defense would be better. It's still the same thing. They're in a rebuild, and it's a really young defense. Who are you going to bring in that's going to make that happen faster? I don't see how. Aiken, I don't see Crosby going anywhere else. And when Crosby's there and Malkin and Letang, you're not rebuilding. When you got guys like that there, you get rid of them, then you rebuild. You're not rebuilding while they're there. I doubt Crosby would want to stay through a tank or would be happy and would at all go along with a tank. Besides, players don't tank. Players don't. Will Nashville figure things out? That's a good question, and I don't know, but it goes much longer. I'm going to have to say I don't think so. I would have thought they'd have figured it out by now, but that team's a surprise. The Penguins need to start thinking about bringing in young players. It's Dubas there, though. I don't know how good a job he's going to do to rebuild. And like I said, also, you don't rebuild when you got guys like Crosby and Malkin and Letang there. Losing Monahan and Kovacevic, did it hurt us? I mean, temporarily it did, but kind of. Well, Kovacevic, though, I mean, it's a bit of a surprise how well he's playing, don't you think? I mean, he's playing relatively well there, but they had to move somebody, and they had to move more than somebody, and they did. Kovacevic and Harris had to. Two young defensemen had to go. You could argue Barron maybe would have been better instead of Kovacevic to go. You could argue that. All right. Well, we're underway here for the second. Shots are 16-12. Montreal's up on that, and it's 1-0 Montreal. Chicago tanked, but management tanked by trading guys away, stuff like that. That's different. Players did not tank, though. I'm not sure if Montreal just hit a post or the goalie made a save there. Almost 2 minutes into the second. He must have hit the post because they didn't get a shot from it. No, they just put the shot up. Icing against Montreal here. San Jose is but San Jose's made some good picks in the last couple of drafts. They're probably going to come back, and be better in the next couple of years, say the next season or two, when those guys start to also start to move forward. I would not take Letang, no. If you guys there's a lot of guys who want Savard out of here. Letang's older than him. Why would you want Letang? Unless he's got heart issues and a stroke. It was stroke issues. A win tonight in Montreal is only 4 points out of the playoffs because it's very tight in the Atlantic. Tighter than a 10-year-old virgin. Saying because Letang's not a pylon? Okay. Savard's not a pylon either. He's a beast at blocking shots. You say, well, because they shot it into the pylon. That's not. No. Matheson and Hudson are not a pairing. If you saw them out there together, it's probably a shift change thing. Aiken Penguins are probably gonna, they're probably gonna be sellers, yeah, because they're not gonna make the playoffs. So we're already just about 3.5 minutes into the second. Matheson, let's see, he got 62 points last season. No, he's straight up garbage. Because garbage would get 62 points in a season. So Aiken saying, despite the evidence in front of him, he's garbage. Even though it doesn't look like it. Come on, dude. 62-point defenseman at $4.5 million a year? It's a pretty goddamn good deal. And some of the reason why you think he's garbage is because he's on the ice so much because he's number one defenseman on this team. That was a career year. The year before that was a career year for him, where I think he was only off by a point or two. So you say he won't do that again, but he did it twice. But he's pure garbage and you're a scout in the QMJHL. You're a scout that says Matheson is garbage. Come on, dude. You having a big storm out there, Joe? Derek, I'm not sure why you're asking that question, but it's not just the goalie's job to stop pucks. Defensemen are supposed to block shots. And defensemen wear pads. Oh, I hope you're safe there, Joe. Where'd the puck go? Oh, the puck got stuck in Gooley's sweater that got tucked in a little bit to the pants. That's funny. I don't totally disagree with you that he fires too much and they don't get through on the power play. But a lot of other defensemen do that, and they're good quality defensemen. So you're nitpicking because you want to believe some idiot that wrote an article about Matheson being bad. And so you're making an excuse. Every time he shoots, he hits the body. But last game, he scored a goal. But so it's not every time. You should get your wording better if you're going to be such complainers about somebody. Especially when you're wrong. I just can't understand how a guy who's supposed to be a scout could say Matheson is total garbage. I don't know. Well, like I said, Joe, I hope you ride it through and everything's good. So we are, what, 6.5 minutes in here? No, five and a half? 6.5. Shots are now 17-14 for Montreal. 1-0 still. Hey, Jethro McSheepherder. How's it going out there, buddy? Nice. Yeah, I don't think tonight I'm going to have a video after the game. I've been out all day doing like work, so I'm kind of tired. I doubt I'm going to be able. But I thought of a new way to do that so that I can actually not have to spend an hour and a half writing a script after the game. So I'm going to try it out, but not tonight, I don't think. I'm not planning on to do Habs at night tonight. And last game, I couldn't write a script. I fell asleep. They just scored. And if you blame that on Monty, I don't know, there were like 12 guys in front of him. I want to see it again, but he had to have been screened there. Yeah, he didn't see that at all. Not at all. Fabro's first goal of the season. Jethro, I think Line mid January at the earliest. I think something like that. If everything goes well and everything works out to the best, I think that's 3 months. I think, or I don't. I think, anyways. I think it's early January. And I know in a press conference sometime after, not long after he got hurt, he said something about January. Oh, fight here. Jacki and Olivier. Man, he's touching the visor. That's gotta hurt. Draw. Yeah, I haven't heard any report. I haven't even seen any report that he's actually on the ice skating. So I haven't seen that reported anywhere. I only heard people say it, and I have not seen it. So I'm kind of skeptical there too. Jets down 3-0. Wow. Better than the Tyson fight. Good one, Paul. uh, Man, Barron not looking good out there. He's almost looking freaking lost. I mean, there you go. Who would you rather have, Matheson or Barron? Who's garbage? Hey, Chicago Joe, how's it going, man? Oh, I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm definitely not the very best. I appreciate it though. Well, and I hope they get this one. You can tell by the play though; these teams are pretty closely matched. Two bad teams. I mean, that's what it is. Good chance there. Evans just couldn't get a pass through that guy's legs. Barnaby Hab, you're too late. Paul had that. Scroll up, you'll see. But we have to go through Beachcroft's whole career and go, oh, Jesus, he scored again. Come on. Montreal didn't pick him. Enough said. No need to be all about Beachcroft all the time. Joe, I get that, but I mean, okay, maybe you're right. It's his first game in a while, but he looks bad out there tonight. Yeah, this is something we'll agree on, Aiken. I don't know what's up with Barron, but he had a lot of potential, and it's not. He's not progressed. Hey, Larry the Cable Guy. I'm not. I can't honestly. I can't tell. I haven't noticed Hudson there in a bit, so I don't know where he's playing. I'm talking too much to you guys, which it's not a bad thing. Then watching the screen right now. Who's hurt, Paul? Slats? Who's Slats? Another win for Laval. Yeah, Laval's hot. Hudson really playing with Matheson? There must be a reason for that. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, I'll tell you. Two offensive defensemen, that wouldn't be who I would pair up. But I haven't noticed it, so I can't say for sure. I know Matheson's out there now. I saw him, unless he changed up. I don't think so. Yeah, Matheson's there. And you guys are right. It's Hudson with Matheson. I don't know. I don't get that. Paul, Slaff, you're talking about. Okay, you wrote slats. In what area has Barron been lagging? Hockey IQ, I guess. As someone said, the fundamentals. He seems lost out there. He's making bad mistakes, making bad decisions. So his decision making could be better. Nine minutes to go here in the second. The Jets are playing the Panthers. Listen, the Jets are due for a bad game, right? You got to say they're due for a bad game. Still, even with Savard hurt, well, I guess who would you play him with then? Maybe that's just because Savard is out, so they're playing him with Matheson. That, you know what? That's not for a game. It's not a bad thing. Habs haven't had a shot in a bit. It's 17 shots, so it's tied up 17 apiece, and it's a 1-1 game. About as even as you can get. Oh! Damn it. That was some good opportunity there. Winnipeg probably going to have a bit of a, I can see them going into a bit of a slump. A bit, just a little bit, Ah, Jesus. Caulfield with a good opportunity there, saved by Tarasov. Hey there, Mark. No, if you're a normal person, I don't mind. If you're going to be like uncivil to us, I do mind. But no, we've got Leafs fans that come in here. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, Joe, Panthers are still a contender this year. Do I see any call-ups? Maybe Dobish. Other than that, I don't know. It's hard if there's an injury. Otherwise, I don't think so, no. Because born to be a Hab, you're going to send two bad players and an expiring contract for something good from a team. Yeah, hey, come on. You're going to give garbage. You're just going to get garbage back. And right now, Barron and Primo not going to get you much. Also, they got to bring a goalie back from somewhere. You can't just. I mean, I'm not sure what the situation is in Laval, but they want Laval to win this year. I don't think they want to call up Dobish if they don't have to. An icing call. Mark, yeah, I mean, we all expected a little more, but yeah, they're still in a rebuild. It's just this is the way it is. The Leafs have been better than us. Brad, see, there's something we agree on. I don't touch Laval too much at all, unless you have to, right? If you have to because of injuries, but don't let them win a championship over there if they can. It's not a tripping call. No, okay. Slav, I think, fell over something. I don't know who Porter Mortone is at all, or Martone. I have no idea who he is. Oh, gonna get no. I thought there might be some potential for a fight there. Yeah, Nick with the goal. He wanted to go off. The other two guys went off, and the puck came to him as he was going at the bench. I'm sure he was going there to. And he walked in and scored. Nice shot, nice goal by the captain for his 18th point. Beautiful wrist shot. Goalie should have had that. Like that's the kind of goal. Yeah, the goalie would like back because he should have had that. Saw it all the way. It's a beautiful shot. Jethro, I mean I think so, but we won't know till he gets here. But I mean, it looks like he will be Demidov. He looks like superstar material. Suzuki from Armia and Jacka. How can Laval's winning help the Habs? All the prospects down there. Winning a championship would be awesome for them. What great experience. Yeah, Babe Ice got it as well too. Players in Laval, it helps them develop that winning attitude. There have been some good players that played for both the Leafs and Canadians. Yeah, there have been. It's hard for me to, to if you go back too far, but the ones that popped into my mind right now, Vinny Danfus, uh, Russ Courtnall could be up there. Other than that, Frank Mahovlich. Can't think of any. Doug Gilmore, I guess. Although, I mean, Doug Gilmore, he wasn't bad here, but he wasn't Doug Gilmore here. Sergei Berezan didn't play well here. Dick Duff, there's a good one, Paul. You're right. Did Matt Schneider play there too? Really? Kirk Muller, I guess, too. Right? He did play over there. Yuck. Pacioretty, Plekanec. 10 games for Plekanec. It's hard to. And is Pacioretty back or did he get injured when he played against us the last time? Colby Armstrong. He did say good players though. Like he said, some good players. So the ones that you're like, there's one or two that aren't good. I mean, Berezan, um, Colby Armstrong. Come on. Minute and 35 left in the second. Corson was not good when he played there. Gary Leeman, though, was a good one because he won a cup here with Montreal, and he was a 50-goal scorer with Toronto, I think. Lefebvre, yeah, I want to just forget him from his coaching in Laval. Forget that guy. Will McGillney get into the Hall of Fame? That's a good question. He should be. He definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. Hal Gill, that's a good one. You're right. Hal Gill, that's a good one too. Minute 10 left in the second. Ladies and gentlemen, the last minute of play in the second period. Come on, guys, pop a goal. Probably not. John Cordick. John Cordick was the trade. Russ Courtnall for John Cordick. BL, that's a good one. Jacques Plante, very good one. Shane Corson was mentioned. Corson was good in Montreal. He wasn't good when he was with Toronto. That's what I meant. And Corson wasn't good in Montreal the second time around. The first time, yeah. Second time, not really. All right, so it's 2-1 after 2. We're up on them. That's what matters. John Cordick, very tragic, yeah. And I'm not sure how much he played after he was traded to Toronto. I kind of lost track of him at that point back then. But I mean, getting Russ Courtnall, who's a pretty good player, Russ Courtnall for John Cordick was a ridiculously good trade for Montreal. Yeah, I thought you said you're a Leafs fan. You got it right though. Montreal's is it's not probably. But I mean, that's my opinion. Larry, did Bert Olmsted play in Toronto? I'd say I didn't know that. That I didn't know at all. Yeah, Brad, I remember what happened. Was it a drug overdose? I think it was. Well, Mark, I mean, I guess you're right. How would you not be beaten down over the decades with all the hope, and then they can't get out of the first round ever? So, a one time. BL, we say good players, but you're right. Galchenyuk played for them for what, a handful? Like, how many games did he even play there? Yeah, no, I didn't know that about that Olmsted was traded there. Oh, Montreal win a cup before the Leafs. Leafs have to change something in how they're doing things for them to ever win a cup again. I respect you though for still saying my Leafs because even when Montreal's bad and we're bad right now, they're still my Habs, right? They'll always be, no matter how they play. So yeah, I gotta respect you for that. And you're also not a crazy braggy Leafs fan, which I don't know what they got to brag about right now. Win something first. Oh yeah, Mike Commissaric, but we said good players. Well, Mark, I think the coach there, Berube, he'll toughen some of them up anyway. Jack Eye playing good tonight. Yes, he is. He is definitely playing better tonight. Bill Stolars is playing well for them. Stolars is good. Remember when they got him, they signed him. I said that was a really good signing for them, Anthony Stolars. So, and right now he's the starter because Wall has not been playing great, even though he beat us. Well, we as Habs fans appreciate that. We don't get a lot of Leafs fans that come here. We don't get a lot of Leafs fans in here, but we got two regulars that been coming here for a few years. But most Leaf fans interactions that I have with them, not they just brag a lot. Arbor needs a goal for the Gordie Howe hat trick. Nice. It's true. He's got a fight and an assist. You're right. Ooh, who said that? BL, what backstab are we talking about? Dick Duff played for the Habs. I believe, I want to say he played here before there, but it could be the opposite. I'm not positive, but he played for both. Blended, that's true. Every team has bad fans, but some have more than others. I believe me, Montreal is one of those teams that has plenty of bad fans, unfortunately. Savard out with an upper body, according to Elliot Friedman. Oh, I wonder what happened. I didn't hear any reports on that yet, so find out probably tomorrow. Mark, we wish your fan base was a little more humble too, but believe me, there's enough crazy Habs fans. Oh, you're complaining about McLean? Yeah, I'm not even looking at the TV because he's probably on there. So, Duff played before the Leafs before the Habs. I think that's what I said, right? Or did I say the other way around? I can't remember even. You talking about fans? Well, Boston fans aren't that bad, actually, to be honest with you. Rangers fans can be bad. Carolina fans are horrible. Senators fans can be very bad. And I'm talking from the standpoint of what I do, right? So the comments and shit I get from some of them, they're bad. Rangers fans aren't that bad though, and Bruins fans neither. They don't bug me very much anyway. Let's put it that way. But Leafs fans, Hurricanes fans, Senators fans, I get nasty shit from them. But blended, I'm sorry. And I don't disagree with you, but I mean, Senators fans and Leafs fans can be nasty though. I mean, so can Habs fans, but I don't find them as much. But maybe I'm biased because I'm a Habs fan. But yeah, I find those two teams are probably the worst, the nastier ones overall. And as far as the other ones, I can't say I've had too many bad interactions with like Canucks, Oilers, even Jets fans. No. 80% of Sens fans are just self-hating Sens fans. They just don't realize they're self-hating. Michkov with two more tonight, man. Alex is going to be insufferable with that. These fans haven't had you've had lots to cheer for, just not postseason. I mean, Habs are hurting. Habs fans are hurting too, man. We haven't had a cup in 31 years. Excuse me. Oh, I'm surprised that's the first one tonight. Yeah, Cubs. I don't know when you guys are going to see your next one. And I'll also take 24 cups over 20 over 13 for you guys. So I'll take that as well. Yeah, Brad. I'm not willing even to buy into the Expos coming back until it's 100% sure they're coming back, because I've fallen for it for like 2 or 3 times already. I'm not doing that again. And before you tell me, yeah, their stadium, whatever, I know all about it. I'm not buying into them coming back, though. Where are they going to put them? They lost 2 good spots that they could have put them. I think that the Peel Basin one, I don't think they can get that. So where are they going to put the team? If they can't build a ballpark downtown somewhere in that area, they're not going to be successful. Some of the players that played for the 67 Leafs: Dave Keon, Mahablich. Let's see. 67 Leafs. God, I can't. Oh, excuse me. Expos aren't coming back, man. I don't think they will. Ryan Reeves got hurt. Oh, too bad for him. I feel so bad for Ryan Reeves. What are these liars talking about? Johnny Bauer, yeah, Johnny Bauer would have been there at that time. That makes sense. No, Tim Horton would have been dead, I guess, by then, no? Reeves got thrown out of the game. Oh. I said Dave Keon. I said Dave Keon. Mike Palmateer was in the 70s, Brad, wasn't he? Mike Palmateer was 70s, wasn't 67. Three games is not gone for a while, by the way. Paul, was it Sawchuk and Bauer back then? Alan Bester was also the 70s, dude. Let's see. Stanley, I don't know. Armstrong, was George Armstrong or Ted? No, Ted was Kennedy. Sheldon, I don't know. There was a Kennedy, Armstrong, Kelly, Red Kelly, Tim Horton, Dave Keon. Oh, the headshot was a headshot to Nurse. Okay. If he got a game for it, yeah, he's going to get a suspension. Tim Horton was playing then. I don't remember his years and when he died and all that. The 45-year-old goalie Bauer. Was he 45 then? Really? Wow. Brad keeps coming up with not 1967 players. By this time, you could have already Googled it. Larry, that's what I thought too, but it sidetracked into any player that played in both. I don't know how it sidetracked, but it did. Is Matthew Olivier the top fighter in the game right now? I don't know. Why you ask that? Aki, he got a game, I think. Well, I think he can't punch guys like that. Although I heard it was with his blocker, so I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know. I have to see it before I say if that suspension was ridiculous or not. I would have to think. No, I don't know. I don't know what they do. They must fight in college hockey. Must. Matthew Olivier had a decision over Jack-Eye tonight? No. There was no decision either way. That was a draw. Where did you see he had a decision over Jack-Eye? It was a draw. You guys get glasses or something, man. Joe agrees with me. That was a draw. Neither guy won that fight. Come on. JFAD, I thought so. College hockey, he can't fight. So if that's the case, that's why he got a game suspension. He can't throw a punch of any kind. Your opinion was he dropped Jack-Eye. Where did he drop him? They were both standing when the refs came in. So where did he drop him? How? Dropped him out of a plane? Dropped him off at his house? How did he drop him? The rules is the rules. We're underway for the third. I think he's played every game for his team this season. If he hasn't, he's played almost every game. So having a game off is not, I don't think that's going to hurt him. Slight nod to Matthew. Yeah. Some homer you are. Jesus. See, he buckled. So what? Did you see his skates and his feet? His skate could have gone out from under him. And don't say that couldn't happen on ice. So, sorry. He got back up and was still in the fight. So, no. Sorry. Wow, his skate, because he buckled a little bit. Okay, so there's your nod, I guess. I don't know. That was a draw. They both took a few good punches to the face. They both got the few good punches in. I don't know. It was a draw. The ice is still fast because the period just started, man. I'm just being stupid now. You know what happens when people call me stupid, BL? How am I being stupid? It was a draw. And since, I don't know, it's my show, I'm right. It's not because I don't think Jack I could lose a fight. Of course. I don't think he lost that one, and I don't think the other guy lost that one either. That's all. Of course, Jack I could lose a fight. Oh, they got a power play. I don't know why. Shots are 22-19. Montreal's up on that, and it's 2-1 Montreal. And the Jackets are on the power play for something. Paul, they play hockey on ice. Duh. It was a tripping call. They're not bad. They're right around. Well, they haven't given one up today. I don't think so. Just over 80%. They're better this year on the PK than last year. That's for sure. Oh, that was close. They cleared it out. That was close. Good defensive play there by Hudson, by the way. Four and a half minutes into the third. Good saves there by Monty. Nice. 2-on-1. I don't know who that was took the shot. Was that Caulfield? Caulfield took the shot. Gallagher in the middle of the pushing and shoving. Oh, that Caulfield shot went off the blade of the defender's stick. Too bad. It looked like it was going to be a good shot. Jesus, Barron. Galley's having, I mean, I don't think he was that noticeable in the first, but as the game's gone along, you're noticing him more. He's having a good start to the third, that's for sure. Galley's been pretty consistent this season. Like I got like zero complaints about Galley this season, right? You could complain, the last couple of years because of the money he makes into what he, produced. This year, there's no complaint. He works hard. He's putting up numbers. Not typical Galley numbers, but still. Although, I mean, he was on pace to get 38 goals just a couple of games ago. So I don't know what that pace is right now. But he's still got to be on pace for 30. I don't think he's going to score 30, but maybe 20 the way he's playing this year. I think 20 goals out of Galley this year would be awesome. I really do. Doesn't sound like a lot, but Paul, by talking up Roy in here, it ain't going to get him up here. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about the Johnny hockey right now. To be honest with you, I don't want to. Not talk. I just don't want to get into that. But obviously, they're gonna. Of course, they miss him big time. I think they'd be a better team today. I don't know how much exactly, but they'd be better if he was still here. Yeah, David, that's what people were saying, but it turns out it was whoever made that report. It was David Savard and not Gallagher. They got the player wrong. That's all. So somehow that got mixed up. Oh, moves by Hudson. He's got moves, man. Shots are 23 apiece. It's 2 on Montreal with we're 7 minutes into the third. Columbus traded away Lardy. Larry, I hear that, but I haven't seen an official report that Line A has been skating. I've only heard people talking about it. But not like any of the experts or the personalities, or whatever. So I don't know. I haven't seen any proof that he's skating. But I hope he is. If he is skating out there, whatever, he's right on target for his recovery. Ooh, nice pass. That's a beautiful pass to Galley. I think it was Slaff, but I'm not sure. Galley didn't score, though. Too bad. Oh, so he can. I just didn't see it. I totally, and I've been looking for something to prove that. So, but I didn't see it. So if TSN reported on it, then he's skating, which is great. I think that's great. He's on target for the early part, whatever the early. I don't know if it was 3 to 6 months or 4 to 6 months. That early guess is going to probably be where he lands. Line would have loved to be in this game for sure. I'd like to see an insurance goal for Montreal because you got to figure Columbus is going to pull the goalie at some point if they're still down by 1. Although still a while away. Brad, what's the statement? That we were a little better than Columbus. What's the statement? Beating a shitty team. One shitty team beating another. I don't see a statement in this game. Larry, I think he will. I mean, unless he gets injured, knock wood, he doesn't. But unless that happens, I don't see why his play wouldn't stay the same. So, but I'm hoping the same thing. It's good to see Galley playing well again. It's good to see him play in a way where we don't have to be mad at him for his contract, like a lot of people are. Oh, scores. Who is that? Kandata. I think Kandata just scored his second career goal. Yep. Yep. Kandata makes it 3-1. There's that insurance goal that I wanted. Nice. Who set him up? I couldn't see who set him up. Oh, Armia set him up. They're not making the playoffs, Brad. Doesn't matter. They're not making the playoffs. I'm telling you, at this point, they're not making the playoffs. Let them finish last. I'm good with that. They finish last, guaranteed a top 3 pick. So if you're not going to make the playoffs, you might as well get a great pick. Jeez. 8 minutes to go in the third. Montreal up 3-1. If they can score another one, I kind of doubt Columbus will pull the goalie, but maybe they will. 3 goals, maybe. How was that? Well, there you go. 4-1. I think Evans got that one. Jake Evans makes it 4-1. Didn't see it at all though. Just saw him celebrate it. So let's see it on the replay. Nice. Who got the assist on that? Caulfield with another beautiful assist. And good for Caulfield to get an assist or two because he needs a few. Good play there by Caulfield. Caulfield now with 3 assists instead of 1. Both Andy and Dvorak missed good opportunities. Under 6 minutes. Brad, he's 12 goals and 3 assists. Come on, 3 assists. They just showed it. He's got 3. I think also being in the mix means a little later in the season, right? Playing meaningful games in March. Five minutes to go. 29 shots to 24 for Montreal. 4-1 Montreal. Struble just took a penalty for what? Commercial break. Paul, I just thought they showed him on the screen. I just saw that then. I don't know how it happened, though. Probably in that fight, no? He took a couple of punches to the face in the fight. So that's probably, I got to assume that's probably where that happened. That's what you're saying. He was nailed. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, got to assume that's where that happened. I said he got hit a few times, but he also hit the other guy a few times. So, even. Ooh. Nice to show the last 2 goals. Okay, so why did Struble get a penalty? High sticking. Okay. Oh, it's a power play and the goalie's out. And Habs almost scored in the empty. Well, they almost got a shot away. So we are 6-on-4. Columbus just took a penalty. Yeah, Van Tilly just took a penalty for I don't know what. So it's now 5-on-4 if they keep the goalie out. He just knocked the player's stick out of. Guy knocked the stick out of his hand. So Fantilli, I think, out of Gooley's hand. So goalie back in. We're 4-on-4. Very dumb move by Fantilli. Very dumb move. They were 6-on-4. They had a shot there. And by the way, 6-on-4, really good size group for an orgy. Montreal just scored 4-on-4. Anderson makes it 5-1. Pretty much right off the draw, shot from the point, and he deflects it in or redirects. Must have just caught the puck. He was right at the net. It's the second goal in the last 3 games. Look at that. It's a meaningless goal, though. 5th goal in a 5-1 game. And he's trying again. Save some goals for Edmonton. Oh, on Monday. Who cares? They'll get their goals in against Edmonton, too. That one, by the way, on Monday is on Prime. That's why it's a 7:30 start. Habs 30 seconds left on the power play, so might get another goal here yet. Nope. Oh, good hip check there by Doc, I think. It was a good kill by Columbus there. Grey Cup's on tomorrow? No, I'm not watching it. No. I don't even know who's Winnipeg playing. I have no idea. Under 2 minutes to go here. Oh, fight. Oh. Condata just tackled the guy. I think the guy leaped at him, but he put him down. LeBanc. The hell happened here? Caulfield checked Harris there. It's not what caused it. I think LeBanc was going to go after Caulfield. So Heineman stepped in. He gets a roughing penalty. So now they'll pull the goalie and they'll do the 6-on-4 again. Guaranteed, right? Although, you know what? They won't. It's 5-1. When you're within 3, I guess, okay, but if you're 4 down, I don't see pulling the goalie. Under a minute left. Game over. Montreal wins 5-1. Hey there, Phil Tarno. I haven't seen you in a while there. Phil Tarnopolsky. My eyes are not working. Tarnopolsky. Been a while, no? Yeah, that's like me. I support them, win or lose. Leafs win, Montreal wins. That's the important one. Montreal won. It was a good game by Montreal. This one was a legit good game, but right, Columbus not a great team. So, but I think Montreal moves out of the basement a little bit, and just to enjoy the wins when we get them like that. So, I still kind of think this would have been a good game to have Primo, but maybe we don't have the same result with Primo in that, right? So, I was surprised it wasn't going to be Primo. I don't know. Are they going to put Primo in against Edmonton? Maybe. It's because of fast ice? Okay, the fast ice won. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. All right. Well, I'm just about all talked out. I'm going to take off here. What can I point to that we're doing? Not much. Monday, got the game with Edmonton, so I'll be doing that. I won't be on the podcast. We do a podcast on Monday. I won't be doing that, but I'll be here for the Edmonton game. And if I'm correct, that's it for during the week. Then the next game is on Saturday after that. Hang on, let me just check. Yep, I am correct. So next week, what am I going to be doing? I don't know exactly. Hopefully, I'll put together a video or two. I don't know, but there's a few days off. It's nice to get a little bit of a break here and there. So we'll see. So they are Edmonton, and I'll just check to see who they're coming back against on Saturday. Oh yeah, they got Vegas on next week on Saturday, so that should be a bit of a tougher game. Edmonton should be. I don't know how it'll go because Edmonton is still not where you would have thought they'd be. So maybe we can put together 2 wins. Who knows? Would be nice. Have a good night there, Larry. Have a good night, Paul. And that's it. Yeah, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thanks for being here all night with me. I appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one. So it's Saturday night, still pretty early. Enjoy the rest of the night. Until next time, stay safe. Peace out. And have a good one, everybody. Now I just got to do this thing here. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and please share this video.